Okay, hello everyone. It's been 50 minutes since the direct ended. So, yeah, welcome to the very first Italian Man Rambles of 2026. And welcome to the first, well, not exactly the first proper direct of 2026 because it's a partner showcase, so it's just third party people, third party studios. But it's the closest that we have to an actual direct, because yes, we had two previous directs, but those were hyper focused on one thing only. Those being the Mer Galaxy movie, where we found out who was going to voice Rosalina, and the Tomodachi Life Living the Dream one. So this is, for this purposes, the first proper direct, and and already started with the coughing. And apparently, there's going to be another one, an actual proper one, in at the end of February. To which I'm willing to believe, but who knows? In any case, I mean, I'm willing to believe also because there's some games that are being thrown around recently. There's also Fire Emblem Fortunes, which is supposed to come out this year, and a potential definite edition of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but we're gonna get to that. But we'll get to that once we get there. But in the meantime, we got the Partner Showcase Direct to deal with for February 5th, 2026. So let's get on with things. And we start off with Orbitals, a game styled like an anime of the 80s, but the game is co-op only. So you can immediately tell that I just clicked off the direct the moment that was announced. So yeah, I didn't really. I mean, the art style is of course charming as hell, but yeah, co-op only. No thanks. Yeah, I got. I actually. I could also play it with my sister, but I don't really care. I'm pretty sure neither does she. So, whatever. In any case, next up we got Paranormal Sight, The Mermaid's Curse, to which, yeah, not too interested in that one either. Actually, for a split second, the clip started with a character telling you, "Oh, we got this video. We got this video for you showcasing this game. Please take a look." As if that was like the actual presenters of the direct. And for a split second, I thought it was Ace Attorney, because it so genuinely reminded me of Ace Attorney. So yeah, that's a cool thing, but I don't really care about this game, so I moved over to the next one. And turns out that's another game I really don't care about because it's Captain Tsubasa 2 World Fighters. It's Captain Tsubasa, and if you know Captain Tsubasa, you know it. So again, let's just skip. Then we got to Tokyo Scramble, which actually I do have some notes to talk about. Actually, I have something else to talk about, and it's basically dinosaurs. It's been a survival horror game where you have to survive dinosaurs. They're called Xenos, but they're fucking dinosaurs. Come on. And oh god, even wrote Jurassic World Tokyo. I would have written also another note about Tomb Raider, about the part of I believe it was the city of Kabamba where you met the dinosaurs. I just stuck with Jurassic World Tokyo because I mean, I'd say this, but with the remake of Tomb Raider 1996 coming, 1996/anniversary coming, I could make the joke, but this is to stick with something that more people are going to get. But in any case, yeah, it's basically a survival horror game underground where you have to to survive dinosaurs under the underground of Tokyo. So yeah. After that, we got Valheim, which is a sandbox, a la Minecraft, set in Scandinavia. But apparently, I wrote in my note, and realism ensues apparently, because during the trailer, the announcer said, watch out for the tree falling, and another thing's like, remember the chimney, because the guy died of smoke inhalation, because he forgot to put the chimney when creating the fireplace. But yeah, it's a sandbox game, like Minecraft, so not much to say. Next up, we got a game that actually might interest people for once, more people, and that is an upgraded version for the Switch 2 for Hollow Knight. So enough said. eFootball Kickoff, which, yeah, okay, sure, whatever. Then we got The Adventures of Elliot, The Millennium Tales, which I'm pretty sure it was announced at the Direct last year. I remember I announced it somewhere. I don't remember. I don't remember where. It was either at a Direct or at a state of play. It was announced before, but I don't remember where. I'm pretty sure it was at a Direct, but in any case, yeah. And I guess I guess in the game with all the time travel things, it just feels more like a Chrono Trigger than anything else. Okay. Chrono Trigger is not the first game that has used time travel as a gimmick, but still, that reminded me of that. Next up, we got a Super Bomberman collection, which includes all the SNES games, including the one that were only released in Japan, and 2 for the Famicom, the Japanese NES. So that's cool. And then we got the highlight of the second highlight of the whole show, FF7 Rebirth on Switch 2. There's nothing really else to say. I mean, if you played Rebirth, you know what that game is all about. Although around the end, they mentioned the boost thing, which is supposed to make things a little bit more easy. It's supposed to make things easier if you want to follow the story. I am pretty sure that was not on the PS5 version, or at least the console, on the console version before the Switch 2. So I'm pretty sure this was added for the Switch 2. I don't remember Boost being on the PS5 version. Maybe I'm wrong and I'm remembering wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was not a thing. But anyway, next up we got Pragmata on Switch 2, to which I'm a little surprised, but not really. I mean, Pragmata, now the Switch 2 can actually handle the game of those kinds, so yeah, bit of a surprise, but not exactly. Then we got Turok Origins. In my notes I wrote, when was this reveal / announced? Turns out it was announced in 2024, and I completely forgot it existed. So, yeah, good thing, good job Nintendo for reminding me that this thing exists, and I to completely forget it exists the next day. And then we got a game that, oh dear God. Okay. I don't think I ever said this, but Tokyo Xanadu is my first ever Falcom game. I really liked it. Then I started playing Trails, and now I am in the Falcom rabbit hole, even though I haven't played Cold Steel 3 in a very, very long time. And I did hear about the sequel, that Falcom was going to do a sequel of Tokyo Xanadu, to which I was honestly surprised, because Tokyo Xanadu kind of flopped. It did not sell well. Both the original PS Vita release as well as the upgraded version on consoles. So I'm actually surprised they decided to go for it. And only recently I learned that it's named Kyoto Xanadu, and honestly I was looking forward to it because I liked Tokyo Xanadu. It was my first Falcon game, so I decided why not check out the sequel. So you can imagine my reaction when I found out that it's 2D mainly, except for the boss battles. Yeah. Suddenly my interest went from, oh, I could check it out, to, no, never mind. Yeah, I was honestly, well, I'm not gonna say heartbroken, because that's exaggerated, but yeah, I was a little bit displeased that it wasn't what I expected. Now, it it's fine for a company to try something different. Truth for Daybreak, for example, plays a hell of a lot more different than literally every single game before it. From Sky, the original games, because the remix, I'm pretty sure, because Sky FC and Sky First and Sky Second, the remake at this point, I play more like Daybreak than the original games. But still, I would expect them to play some more like Tokuzana do, which plays more like Ys than Trails. But nope, they decided to go for well, I wrote Metroidvania, but it's not Metroidvania, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, let's just say that from that detail alone, I went, yeah, nope, never mind. See you in the next game that you're going to release. But anyway. Next up, we got an upgraded version for Digimon Story Time Stranger. I already stated that I never watched a Digimon episode in my entire life, so I cannot play them purely because of I have zero knowledge about the Digimon franchise. And next up, we got something that is actually a lot more close to me because if you remember, I did the playthrough out of this game, and that is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink Endless Ragnarok. I'm going to assume this is only for. By the way, this is completely new. I quickly checked, and turns out that no, it wasn't announced previously. It wasn't a thing that it was on consoles or anything like that. No. This was announced right now, and I'm probably willing to believe this is Switch 2 exclusive. And for what I've seen, it's basically online / multiplayer only boss rush mode that adds new characters. Now, I don't remember the full cast of characters, but I know for a fact that Beatrix was not there in the original game, so she was definitely added for this new thing. I guess I could call it DLC, but let's just call it DLC. I don't know who else was added. I know Beatrix, for the people that follow me for standardized retelling, she's the character behind the character they used to create the Brink Courting, the 2001 NASCAR Mr. Capsule champion. But yeah, since this sounds to be since it's very likely to be a boss rush mode that is switched to exclusive, I'm probably not gonna check it out. Next up, we got Monster Hunter Stories 3. This was announced a while ago, so not much to say here. And then we got one new game for Arcade Archives, which is Rave Racer for Rave Racer. And then we got a bunch of announcements for a new thing called Console Archives. Those are being Doraemon, Sonic Wings Special, while the games that are going to come out today are Cool Borders and Ninja Gaiden 2. So, yeah, that's cool, I guess. And yeah, that's all I have to say. And next up, we got a big quick fire list, starting off with, and this list contains Scott Pilgrim Reacts, Another Eden Begins, Reanimal, WWE 2K26, well, 16, 2016 is 2016.2.0, but anyway. Anyway, then we got Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. I think it was Disney Dreamlight Valley, should be. Then is PGA Tour 2K25, Cold Step Begins, God Simulator 3, Shadow Tactics, Blaze of Shogun, and then Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Horizon. And this list ends with Tales of Arise Beyond the Dawn Horizon, which is the main game plus the DLC. To which, by the way, I actually never played that game. I did the demo way back when, I even recorded it, but I never played the game. So, yeah, honestly, I don't really have any. I don't exactly any want to play Tales of Arise. Also, because apparently the last part of that game is just garbage. So I'd rather not deal with that. And then we got the two final announcements: the Resident Evil 9 Requiem, which makes sense, plus RE7 and RE8 for the Switch 2, as well as amiibos of Grace and Leon. Grace being the main protagonist of RE9, and Leon is Leon, as everybody knows him. And then we end this thing with with a Todd. Oh god, what's his name again? Todd. God damn it. God, what the fuck is his surname? God, I'm having a major brain fart. But basically, we're ending with this this direct with a bunch of Bethesda games. Those being Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition on the Switch 2, the version that apparently broke a lot of things and everybody hates. Then we got Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which makes sense. Todd Howard! God damn it, I'm stupid. Todd Howard, yeah. So, let me rephrase all the bit. And the final part of the direct is... I'm not gonna cut this one. The final part of the direct is... it starts off with a Todd Howard jump scare, and then the actual games that are going to be ported on Switch 2, those being Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition, Indiana Jones to the Great Circle, which actually I found the trailer said that this game is set between the first and the second movie, to which it's an irrelevant detail, but it's a nice detail nonetheless. If actually I was sort of asking when the game is actually set, if it was his own thing, but no, it actually follows the movie continuity. And if somebody's going to say, fucking Indiana Jones looks like Harrison Ford, how the fuck did you not realize that this was in the movie continuity? I don't know. The games maybe LucasArts were its own thing, so maybe I thought this was going to be its own thing too, but no, it's the movie continuity. And then, of course, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. I mean, Skyrim is already in this thing, so it made sense to port the other remaster on this thing. And that was basically it for the Direct. It was pretty average, in all fairness. To me, the biggest highlights are the Hollow Knight, because of course FF7 Rebirth, of course too. I guess another big Resident Evil 9 is of course a big highlight. And yes, okay, Bethesda sucks, Todd, it just works and all that bullshit, but still, those games, the free Bethesda games are a highlight, regardless of quality or not. Yeah, that's all it for the highlights. A pretty, well, I don't want to say pedestrian, but not exactly go one. Of course, we'll have to wait for the actual direct, if those leaks are true and say that we're gonna get an actual proper direct on February 20th, and that direct could potentially be a really good one if if the games that are being thrown around right now end up being shown at that direct. But of course, we will see once we get there. But that's all for this direct. So see you next time, folks.